AC Starlord, aka Awesome. Welcome back to my channel. And this review is about Gladiator 2. And this movie is okay. I wouldn't say let's just say I had fun with it. I wouldn't say it's the best movie out of this franchise. It's pretty much a repeat of the first movie, really. The main character right here is Maximus's son, and he finds out that he's his lost son, but also his wife gets killed, his mom get killed. So basically his wife and next of kin gets killed, and then he's put into slavery to play put into slavery, and then he turns into a gladiator, then puts back into slavery, puts back as a gladiator, and then he eventually overpowers the villain, which is you would think it was the two emperors in this movie, but it's not. It's one of the best people that's acting today is Denzel Washington. And Denzel Washington was the main villain, and Denzel Washington had the best performance in this. Now, like I said, it's a repeat and copy and paste from the original. It's copy and paste from the original. Basically, same kind of storyline. He doesn't get a break until he, you know, eventually takes down the person that sold him into slavery, which was or bought him, which was Denzel Washington. Now, Denzel Washington's character is a little weird and a little wacky, but this is one of the best performances out of Denzel Washington, I have to say. I enjoyed it. Denzel Washington was someone you had to look for in this movie. Like, okay, you would think the two emperors were um, the bad guys, but they really weren't. It was really him in the background. It was really him in the background playing everyone for a fool, basically. And that was a cool and unique new way of looking at it. Cool new way of looking at some things, but also something new they added to it. But everything else was pretty much original. I don't think rhinos were in the Coliseum, especially not sharks. I know they did like water battles in the Coliseum, but sharks weren't there. And a guy in a rhino was trying to like fight everyone. I don't think the monkeys. I think they had some monkeys out there, but the CGI monkeys, that was the most scariest thing. That was scarier than the monkeys in Wizard of Oz and Wicked that you can probably gonna see. Um, but some people enjoyed this. I enjoyed it. It's just a copy and paste from the original. And it's not like I don't want to, it's not like I wouldn't watch this again. It's just copy and paste. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just when you see something like that and they already done it, it kind of like, didn't they already do this? So Ridley Scott needs to work on his movies. I mean, Avatar is pretty good and Alien also, but you need to work on your movies. You need to work on your other movies outside of those to make them better. I know you want to take this franchise and be like, oh, here's part two, but part two was just like original. Just like the original one, Russell Crowe. You do get little pieces and cameos with Russell Crowe from the movie, things that you probably haven't seen from the original. I'm not really sure, but yeah, that's pretty much my Gladiator video. It's good, but if you've seen the original, if you want to see a repeat of the original, that's fine. But if you don't, if you don't, that's fine. But if you haven't seen this movie at all, like the first one or the second one, then just watch the second one because the second one's just pretty much like the first one. You might be lost when you see Russell Crowe in it, but you can always go back in the first one and see what it has to do with Russell Crowe. But I guess the best thing I have to say about this is Denzel. Denzel gave us a good performance. Everyone in here gave a good performance, but Denzel blew me away in this. This is a different, unique style of his acting. His acting in this was different than the first time. I mean, not the first time, but like the other times you see him in, movies. So yeah, I highly recommend checking this out. I recommend checking it out for Denzel. If you haven't, if I highly recommend checking this out for Denzel if you have seen the original. He's a little bit different and unique. His character's a little bit different and unique. If you haven't seen this first movie or the second movie, I highly recommend seeing this one first and then go see the first one because it's exactly the same. Because then you'll be like, oh, I just saw this movie in theaters and this one looks exactly like this one. But if you haven't seen both of them, I highly recommend seeing both of them and then have your own interpretation on them. But that's what I think. And if you like this video, put a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button, and deuces.